Well, good morning and welcome back to the Sudoku channel. This is Oliver coming to you from Youghal by the Sea here in Ireland over in Europe. And this is part 2 of a two-part. It is the Diabolical from December 2021 in the Telegraph. I'm not sure what date. It might have been around the 14th or 17th of December. Now, we did part 1, and there's a link down below in the comments to part 1, and that basically brings you to where we are here at the moment. Now, the first thing I want to do is, well, of course, if you like these, don't forget to do the thumbs up, subscribe, and hit the bell as well so that you'll know when there's another video coming out. Now, we've gone as far as we can with Snyder Pairs and Uniques and just that general type of stuff. And this is when things get a little bit trickier. And the first thing that I do is try and put in all the possibles. Now, this software that I'm using, which is Sven's Sudoku pad, is quite handy for that. All you have to do is, I find the easy way to do it is do it on a row or whatever you like, a row, and then find out, well, what's missing. Don't bother about the columns now, just the row. Well, we have the number 1, and by the way, we're going to put these numbers in the center. We have the number 1, we don't have 2, we don't have 3, we have 4, 5, we don't have 6, we have 7, we don't have 8. So that's what's missing generally. Then you take each one in turn. There's just a 9 down there. There's 2 1s, so it has no effect on it. This one here, it has 5, 8, and 9. So we have the 8 there that we can get rid of. Apart from that, there's nothing. This one here, we have a 3 and an 8 that we can get rid of. Okay, rather than bore you to death watching me putting all these in, I put them in. I think I've got it all correct, or corrected at this stage. Now, I don't particularly like this software for handling all the possibles, and I use a different piece of software for doing that. Let me just pull it up here and pull it in. There we go. The reason I like this software is because the 2 is in the, for example, in the same position in every cell. There's a different place for every possible number, whereas on this other software, for example, the 4 is the start of this row, the 2 is the start here, the 1 is the start here, and just from my poor little brain, I find that very difficult. So from this point forward, I'm going to be using this other software here. Right, let's go on from here. Normally I find when I put in the possibles, I might have put in a few too many. So that's the next thing to do, is just check and see that I get everything right. For example, 2 4s here, which means we can't have any other 4s on this column. These are sort of basic things now that I didn't pick them up. We've got a double here, 2 7, so there shouldn't be a 2 there. I'm just looking at the Snyders that are pointing pairs. I might have not. I've got 2 1s there, no 1s up above. I think that's about it, is it? 2 7. Oh, there's a 4 6 4 6. Get rid of that 4 and that 4 and that 6. You know, I think that's it. If one of you come up with a solution, I'll put that in now. If not, I'll go ahead with my solution, which I think had 4 chains in it. So I'll start working on that, but hopefully you'll come back with a much simpler solution for me. All right, so slán. Right, let's go on from here. Normally I find when I put in the possibles, I might have put in a few too many. So that's the next thing to do, is just check and see that I get everything right. For example, 2 4s here, which means we can't have any other 4s on this column. These are sort of basic things now that I didn't pick them up. We've got a double here, 2 7, so there shouldn't be a 2 there. I'm just looking at the Snyders that are pointing pairs. I might have not. I've got 2 1s there, no 1s up above. I think that's about it, is it? 2 7. Oh, there's a 4 6 4 6. Get rid of that 4 and that 4 and that 6. You know, I think that's it. If one of you come up with a solution, I'll put that in now. If not, I'll go ahead with my solution, which I think had 4 chains in it. So I'll start working on that, but hopefully you'll come back with a much simpler solution for me. All right, so slán. Okay, I'm back again, and thank you very much for your solutions. I didn't understand them all completely, I have to admit, because that is because my brain doesn't work the same way as yours. I suppose I'm a bit too slow. But anyway, this is one from Hans Burch, B-U-R-C-H. And he says he has a chain from A7 to C4 and one from A3 to J5. And then a Y-wing in J5. Okay. And I have another one. And here it is. This is from Glenn Scott. And Glenn, I don't blame you not taking complete notes. But basically you're saying you had a couple of chains to eliminate twos. So let's see if I can put in these chains. Now, Hans, you were talking about a chain from A7 to C4. A7 to C4. I couldn't do that. But it did put me onto another chain. And I'll show you that one, which was from A7 to G5. Now, you might have already got rid of this 2 up here by some other method. I can't find any other way of getting rid of it except by doing, starting here, we go off, on, off, on, off, on, off, on, off, on. Now that is an alternating inference chain. If you haven't seen these before, go down to the comments and there's a couple of tutorials down there, and one of them is on the alternating inference chain, or an AIC, and the other thing you need to read up on are a thing called strong weak links, because this has a combination of strong and weak links. So between starting and ending here, we can get rid of this 2 here. Then we come to Hans's one, which was A7 to C4. A7 to C4. And the way that works, it's a nice long one. It's a lovely chain, actually. Off, on, down to the end. Off, on, off, on, off, on, off, on. Start there, end there, and that targets this one over here, which we can get rid of. Now the other one you might look at in the in my description, in my comments down below in the various tutorials, there's one there towards the end about how to find chains and using these cells called binary cells. Well worth looking at that one. Now we have a 4-6 double, which can get rid of that one. And once we get rid of that one, we now have a 2. And that 2 will get rid of that one over there. I don't think it gets rid of anything else. Sure doesn't. I think that is all we get there. Continuing from there, Hans suggests another chain between A3 and J5. There's A3 and J5 down here. And I just see the only thing that's common between the 2 of them is the 3. So we must be starting and ending on a 3 and then targeting this 3 here, which will give us a 6. That 6 will give us an 8. The 8 will give us a 3. So that could be a very powerful one. And I just noticed you use this column here, which you used in the previous one. It's a very strong column for moving up and down. So if you do that chain, it goes off, on, off, on, off, on. As we did before, off, on, off, on, off, on. So there's a good strong chain now, and it's an AIC, and we can now get rid of this 3 up here. That 3 gone actually gives us, this is the only 3 here, so we might as well just stick that in there. It's the only 3 in the row, which gets rid of that 3 there. No other 3s, but we have a 2 coming in. We got the 6 here directly from it, which gets rid of that one, needless to say. Nothing else. There's not many extraneous things to get rid of here. 6 goes there. That gives us the 8. Getting rid of that one. We have a 4-6. We have a 2-7 here, which will get rid of that one. Well, that 2 would do it anyway. Sorry. I'm ahead of myself and behind myself at the same time. 3. This is a nice one, actually. I like what you did there. And the 8 here. And we have a 4-7-6, 4-7-6. Nothing down there that I can see. A 2-4-6, 4-6, 2-4-7. Okay, so what else were we talking about after that? Now, at this stage, Hans mentions a Y-wing in J5 And I noticed that Glenn mentions an XY wing to eliminate a 4. Now I'm presuming you're both talking about the same things, because when it comes to these X wings, not the X wings, but the Y wings and the XY wings and the XYZ wings, my poor head gets totally confused, and that's why I always resort back to chains. But I hope you're both talking about the same thing here, that this is the elbow, and that's one half of it, and that's the other half of it. Now I look upon that as a chain. So you go off, on, off, on, off, on. So the chain ends between these two 4s, and then the target is this one. I'm hoping that's what you're talking about, because that's all I can find, and that is a nice one. I did not see that myself, I have to say. Well done, well done. I did not see that, just goes to show. What did I tell you? I was 70 last week, so maybe that's my excuse. So we put in the 2 there, and I had a great time, by the way. Oh, what am I doing? I put in a 2 here. What's that do for me? Get rid of that 2 there. Get rid of that one there, give me the 7. And if I make a mistake here, my sincerest apologies, 7 gets rid of that one there. And the 2, I presume this is it. It looks fairly solid now, doesn't it? 1 gets rid of that, give me the 7. And these will all start falling apart because they were all part of a chain. 7 gets rid of that one, and we have a 4 there, getting rid of that one. And that one. And the 6 gets rid of that one, and that one. Just make sure there's something left here. 4, 2. We got rid of the 4 there. That gives us a 2. Gets rid of that one. Give us a shock or a 7, and that goes there. And the 2 down here. Nothing. And the 7 here. We have a 4, 6, come on, and a 4, 6 over there, and a 4, 6 here, and a 4, 6 here, and 4, 6 is everywhere. And what did I leave out? Must have left something out. Did I make a mistake there somewhere? What have I left out? Oh, this is embarrassing. Ah, there we go. There's a 4 here. It says very embarrassing. Well, it was. Go away, you. It's a 1. Oh, I can't even operate this thing anymore. That one goes, giving us a 4, and I'm in shock now. I thought I'd made a total pig's dinner of all of this. 6 gets rid of that one, give me the 4. Gets rid of that one, give me a 6, and that'll give me a 4 over here, which will give me a 6. I'm doing these easy ones now at the moment, which gives me a 4, which gives me a 6, and something wrong here. There's a 1. We can get rid of that 1 there, giving us a 3, getting rid of that 3 there, and that 3 there, give me a 4, and that'll give me a 3, and that 3 will give me a 5, and that'll give me a 1, and where else? See, the 5 there will give me a 4, and there's something wrong there. 5, 6, there's a 6 there, so that should be a 5. Well now, Glenn and Hans, thank you very much. I think that was a neater one to the one that I had originally in mind. I think I had 4 chains in my one. No, I like your one. Very good, very good. Look, thank you very much. And sorry if some other people have supplied solutions and I just haven't noticed them, because since I got started on this recording this video. But look, thank you very much, and really thanks to everybody who comes back with comments. My apologies that I don't always get back to you in time. It has been a very busy couple of weeks for me, and I'll be traveling again at the end of next week, so it'll take me a while to get back into the game again, shall we say. So thanks for your patience, and if you want to subscribe, great. Much appreciated. Don't forget to click the bell as well, and that'll let you know when the next one is coming out. I will try and get one out before I travel at the end of next week. Okay, till then, thank you very much, and Slán Tamil.